Hello, this is Miss Lee Russell, and this course is going to be Business Math B, Understanding Markups and Markdowns. And you see the picture that we have there of the man with the arrow. And as a business owner, sometimes you're trying to aim to change your product price with a markup or a markdown to get to a certain goal, okay? And every business, as you know, it has to change its product prices with markup and markdown prices. Markups and markdowns, they really pretty much allow a business to move old inventory out. It also, they can use it to attract specific market focus or just to attract new customers. And then it also allows businesses to attempt to change their profit margins and compete with competitors. So a lot of times you'll see, like for certain holidays, like say Memorial Weekend, you'll see 2 or 3 grocery stores having a sale on soda or ribs or something, and they try to beat each other's prices to get more customers in. The definition of markup is the amount added to the cost price of an item to cover overhead and profit. And the definition of markdown is the amount subtracted from the cost price of an item, also used to entice customers to the business or reduce their inventory. And you can kind of see the picture of the puzzle as the business is always kind of flexing, changing prices, changing employees to try to make it work, right? Okay, we're going to go to your project now, and it's your project 3, page 1. And we're going to look at some of these formulas. One of the things you're kind of aware with is the complement of a markup is when you take 100 minus that percent. So basically the complement, say your complement is 30, complement of 30 would be 70. Does that make sense? And then what you're going to do is to find your selling prices. You're going to take your cost and divide it by the complement. So on line 1, your markup rate is 30%. So the complement is going to be 70. So then you're going to take the price and divide it by 70. And there you have it. Does that make sense? So there's your selling price. Okay, now on line 5, you're going to do the same thing, but you've got the selling price and you have the complement of the markup. So you need to find the cost. So you're just going to plug in the pieces that you have. And of course, to isolate x, you're going to multiply both sides by the 0.66. And that would be your answer then. So basically, you're taking the numbers in the formulas and you're just going to plug them in. Okay, on line 1, we only have the cost, the percent markup of the selling price, and the percent marked down. So this is on page 3. So which formula has 2 of these variables listed in the formula? Look at your formulas. Okay, so this would be the formula that has 2 of those variables listed in it. Cost divided by the complement of the markup, the selling price equals the selling price, okay? So because it has 2 of those, now we can plug in the information that we have. So we have the $45 cost, and we have the complement of the markup percent of the selling price, right? You divide those and you get your selling price. I think the trickiest thing about these is they give us different information on each line. And so you're not using the same formulas to solve. So really what you have to do is look what information they give you and look at all the different formulas listed, because there's too many formulas to memorize. So you look for the formula that has the information in it already, and then you just solve for just the one variable missing. Okay, we're still on page 3 again. Okay, so now we have both the selling price and the cost, so we can solve for the markup. So we've got the cost of $45. We have the selling price of $150. So to isolate x, you minus 45 from both sides. And there you have it. There is the markup amount. Okay? So that gives you an idea how to solve these different problems. Okay, so now on the same line, what can we solve for next? Can we solve for the percent markup based on the cost, or the markdown? What would you try to work on next? Okay, so you need to look at the formulas below to make that decision, what you're going to do to solve for that. Okay, and don't forget, if you have any questions, you can come to a live Adobe session. I'm in at 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and Friday afternoon from 2 to 4. You can come join anytime. You don't have to come right at the hour. You can come in at 7:23 or 7:40 to ask any questions. You can also message me in the class or give me a call, okay? Those of you that are in class live right now, when I stop the recording, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and that will count as your participation points. And those of you that are watching this as a recorded link, remember that at the very end of this presentation, there's some really amazing video clips you can watch. And you will also need to answer these final 5 questions on the writable PDF. You can find the link to this presentation and the writable PDF in my announcements under participation. It's called Participation Requirements. It's an announcement. So you'll just fill this out and email it to me for your participation points, okay? Thank you for being in class today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Adobe class. Have a great day.